And staying with security matters, the Director General of the National Center for the Control of Small Arms and Light Weapons, DIG Johnson Kokumo, retired, has reaffirmed the agency's commitment to curbing the spread of illegal arms in Nigeria. Speaking during a visit to the Southwest Zonal Office in Ado-Ekiti, DIG Kokumo emphasized the role of the NCCSALW Act 2024, which empowers the agency to combat small arms proliferation. He highlighted the center's collaboration with security agencies, citing the interception of 844 weapons at Onne Port as an example. Southwest Coordinator Ben Akinlade noted successful community sensitization efforts, urging citizens to report illegal arms and emphasizing the dangers of such live weapons in society. And now to discuss this, we are joined by a security expert, Inko-Tariah Ipalibo. Inko-Tariah, welcome. Thank you very much for joining us this afternoon. So I'm going to go straight to it and ask, what possible impact has the proliferation of small arms and light weapons had on Nigeria's security landscape, and how critical is the role of the NCCSALW in addressing this issue?
The impact has been very devastating. Of course, without the proliferation of arms, there would not be insurgency. As a matter of fact, crime and criminality will not thrive, kidnapping will not thrive. It is a weapon at the disposal of the criminal that empowers him to perpetrate crime. So the proliferation of arms within the country has caused a lot of mayhem in the country.
SALW Act 2024 will be in providing the legal framework necessary to combat the spread.
Yes, it has. You know, the NCCSALW was actually established in 2021, but it was like a toothless bulldog without any legal framework to prosecute. With the enactment of the law in 2024, the center now has the legal framework to prosecute offenders. So it will, in no small measure, minimize the proliferation of arms in the country.
Challenges now. What challenges might the organization face when they're trying to collaborate with other security agencies to try and intercept and maybe control illegal weapons? How can these challenges be overcome?
Well, I foresee interagency rivalry, and I also foresee, of course, that can be explained because the agency or the center is relatively new. Like we said, it was established in 2021. And then also the issue of corruption cannot be ruled out. And then the bureaucratic bottleneck associated with getting clearances, you know, from the other security agencies for such cooperation and collaboration are some of the challenges that the center would face going forward. And to overcome these challenges, the agency should, as a matter of urgency, engage in very aggressive integration activities with existing agencies. They need to go out to them and look at areas of collaboration, look at areas of cooperation, and then let the other agencies know that their role or their input is crucial to the success of the agency and as a matter of fact to Nigeria as a whole.
See rivalries, and that kind of like stuck out like a sore thumb. And I'm wondering exactly why this is such a thing in Nigeria with with the need of this kind of an agency. So how exactly can that particular instance be tackled when it comes to rivalries between agencies that perhaps have an overlap of duties regarding these monitoring of small arms?
Well, over the years, prior to this time, I think the Department of State Security was saddled with the responsibility of mitigating against the proliferation of arms in Nigeria. Now, they've been playing that role successfully to an extent, and then suddenly there's a new center saddled with that responsibility. So to an extent, there will be that tussle for superiority, there will be that tussle for, there will be the tendency to let the new center know that we have been here, we have been doing it, and we've been doing it very well. So you can't rule out that rivalry at the initial stage. It, however, depends on the leadership skills and capabilities of the coordinator of the center to carry the other agencies along.
Now, 844 small weapons intercepted at Onne Port. What does this tell us about the scale of arms trafficking in Nigeria?
Well, it tells us that the volume of arms trafficking is massive. If such 884 would be intercepted at just one port, then it shows that, and that's at the legal entry point of Nigeria. Now we have over 1,000 porous borders, land borders, marine borders. And so if there is an interception of that volume at a licensed, authorized border, then you can imagine what will be happening at the porous borders that are not manned or that are not being controlled. So it's common knowledge, it's in the public domain that there are lots of arms at the disposal of individuals and groups, particularly non-state actors. And it is, the volume is alarming, it's massive, and it's high time the agency swings into action to curb whatever excesses that is here.
Well, security expert Inko-Tariah Ipalibo, thank you very much, sir, for joining us this afternoon and giving your expert view on the situation. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.